from all over the New Year, and welcome to our first OPP session of 2026. My name is Jen, and I would like to thank EVG Network and my upline for introducing me this wonderful elite career. Today is not just another meeting. Today is the beginning of a brand new chapter, a new vision, a new breakthrough, and a new possibility for every single one of us. 2025 has shown us something very clearly. Technology and e-commerce are not slowing down. They are accelerating faster than ever. And now, the question we must ask ourselves for 2026 is this. Will we continue watching the world change, or will we rise and change with it? Will this be another ordinary year, or will this be the year we take control of our dreams? Elite Global, together with the EVG education system, provides not just a business, but a chance to build a new lifestyle, a new vision, and a new path of freedom, especially in this digital era. So let's open our minds, hearts, and most importantly, our ambition, because what we learn today may shape what we become tomorrow. Let's welcome our first speaker of 2026, Ms. Peggy Ang.
Good evening. First of all, I would like to thank you, EVG Network, as well as my upline, for bringing such a beautiful career into my life. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Peggy Ang. Now we have entered the mobile internet era, where we witness many brick and mortar stores getting hit by the hardest. Artificial intelligence will replace many jobs in the next 10 years, such as the food and beverage, service, manufacturing, transportation industries. And also it affects other professions such as law, aviation, healthcare, and engineering. I believe that there's more profession will be replaced by artificial intelligence in near future. So, does mobile internet era is a crisis or an opportunity to us? We realize that traditional business owners and many entrepreneurs face closure of their business. You may be thinking, I'm just an employee. Does it matter to me? Definitely it matters, because the closure of business will in return increase the employment rates. Although the mobile internet era and artificial intelligence bringing crisis to the traditional business owner and employees, however, many e-commerce companies have emerged. They use the short period of time to create wellness, such as Amazon, Alibaba, Uber, Airbnb, Facebook, and etc. And based on a study, we realized that in 2023, global retail e-commerce sales reached an estimate of 5.8 trillion US dollars. Projection also indicates a 39% growth in these figures over the coming years, with expectations to surpass $8 trillion by 2027. Let's take a closer look at the common challenges of an online business owner. Stockpile is required in order to purchase goods at a better price. Postage and logistics required to pack and post on their own and responsible for the goods lost or damaged while in transitions. Remittance can only be done in locally. It is hard to go for international because of the difficulties on the payment procedures across the country. Labor, cost, and capital. In event the only business owner wants to expand their business, they might need to find a warehouse to store for more goods. Thus, a rental cost will be incurred. When the business grows, they need to hire workers to pack and deliver the goods. Business is limited within the country. It will mean that their income will be limited too. So from here, we can see that an online business owner also face the challenges of what a traditional business will be encountered. Since there are so many online platforms out there, what is the main criteria we should look out for? And why is Elite Global is your ideal choice? Let's take a look at the Elite Global business platform. First, there is no stockpile required, as you do not need to store goods for your global business. Low capital and also free membership. We can operate 24/7 throughout the year and the ability to open franchise globally. Because when our time is having a night time, our US or Canada franchises starts to operate. And with the internet, we can arrange any time to post our education or testimonial online to allow our consumers to learn and understand. I believe we're working so hard for the business, we wish to be able to pass down to our next generation. And our elite global business can be inherited by the next generation. But in order for the business to be inherited by our next generation, we must be ensured that the company has the sustainability attitude. And how can we know that Elite Global have this attitude? At Elite Global, we invest heavily in the respective areas such as research and development and our R&D team in place, supported by hundreds of scientists. It is capable of developing unique products to meet the market's needs of each era, which enables the company to stay ahead of its competition without being eliminated easily. Manufacturing facilities. Elite has its own manufacturing facilities present in USA, Singapore, and Shanghai. The facilities are equipped with state-of-art technology and the most advanced machineries to ensure the product's safety and complete with top-notch nutrition to ensure its maximum effectiveness are delivered to the customer. Products are a lifeblood of a company. This is a key to international business expansion. Making a big investment in R&D and manufacturing facilities has shown that the stability, reliability, and long-term business plans the company had committed to. This clearly is the mind of consumers and our business partners. Elite has plans to expand to more than 50 countries in near future. How can it be done? Through our software and technologies infrastructure. Elite runs its own OPP that operates 24/7 throughout the year in 18 countries currently. With the automated delivery system in place, delivery is arranged with just a click away from the app. Furthermore, we do not need to pack and post product by our own, hence we do not need to bear any logistical risks. Elite also owns its own financial system that is the e-wallet within the apps for the ease of payment. Elite also accepts the different mode of payment, example, credit cards and PayPal. Elite Global is led by a professional team. Firstly, our founder, Elite Global, is Dr. Zhao Fei Chen. She is a founder of nutritional immunology and the expert in the preventive science. She is a microbiologist and a cancer researcher for more than 30 years. She has won many international awards, which includes 10 Outstanding Young Americans, Martin Tillicus Award, and Outstanding Chinese in the World. She has also written several publications, which includes Cancer and Nutritional Immunologist and Nutrition, Immunity, Longevity, Elite. Elite also has a professional team, which includes medical doctor, law professor, computer and technology expert, and financial management specialist. We are rest assured that we are backed up by a strong professional team. And Dr. Chen, main driving force of the company establishment is to educate people on nutritional immunology, sharing the gift of health and knowledge. So what is nutritional immunology? I would like to ask you all a question. Do you know where is the best doctor in the world? It is our immune system. Our immune system is made up of several organs, including tonsils, lymph nodes, thymus, spleen, bone marrow, and appendix. A healthy immune system can protect us against disease, as 90% of the diseases are caused by malfunctioning of the immune system. When our immune system is healthy, it is able to help us to perform three main functions, which is defense, cleanse, and repair for 24/7 a day. Firstly, let's take a look at our defense function. The one on the left is our B cell. B cells are capable of producing over 1 billion different antibodies to combat viruses, bacteria, and other types of pathogens. B cells have memory function. When it encounters the same type of bacteria or virus, it will produce very quickly the required antibodies to destroy it. Now, let's take a look at the picture on the right. The one in the red is what we most fearful for, which is the cancer cell. The red cell surrounding around it, that is our natural killer cell. The role of the natural killer cell is to detect and destroy the cancer cell and the viruses. After destroying them, it will become waste in our body, which you can see in this picture, it has to be exerted out from our body. That brings us to the next function. That is our cleansing function. The picture that you see on the left is our macrophages. Dr. Chen called this as a garbage man in our body. It has a long claws. When we discovered the bacteria or foreign substance, they will extend their claw, hook them up, and swallow into their big mouth, whereby it will be exerted out of our body through our phlegm. The one on the right is our another type of macrophages in our blood cells. The macrophages will move forward and engulf the green particles that is usually our H cells and cholesterol, whereby they will be exerted out of the body through our bowel movement. Next, this is our repair function in the process of repairing the damaged tissues and organs in our body. For example, why do some people, their wound healing are quicker than other people? It all depends on the capability of our repair function. According to the researcher, to be healthy, one needs to have a strong immune system. To have a strong immune system, you need to have a correct and pure balanced nutrients, plus 3 other areas, which is ensure sufficient sleep and rest, regular exercise, maintain stable emotion, and as long we achieve these 4 areas, we will be gradually healthy. According to nutritional immunologists, our immune system needs a variety of nutrients to prevent cancer by the different factors. The first factor is cancer-causing hormones. In our daily diet, we consume more on the meat and seafood. These animal-based food products cause cancer-causing hormones within our body. When we are stressed, our body also produces toxic hormones. Hence, a large quantity of a different type of phytochemicals that can help us to neutralize these cancer hormones. The second factor is free radical. Deep fried food, smoking, air pollution, UV rays, or even our body metabolism leads to the production of free radicals. Antioxidants destroy free radical, thus preventing cancer. The third factor is some cancer are caused by viral infections, and thus we need a variety of polysaccharides to destroy the virus. We have heard many share about nutrition, but we seldom hear people share about nutritional immunology. So what is the difference between them? Nutrition focuses on the research on the 5 basic nutrients, that is protein, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, and minerals. These nutrients are essential for our survival. According to the nutritional immunologists, now people nowadays do not contract disease due to the lack of basic nutrients. Rather than more than 90% of the disease are caused by the malfunctioning of our immune system. After more than 30 years of research in the nutritional immunologists, providing our immune system with the 3 main nutrients, that is phytochemicals, antioxidant, polysaccharides, is the key to boost our immune system to fight against the disease and achieve longevity. To start a business, it is important that the business must have a market for it, right? Elite Global's biggest advantage is that the products are based on our nutritional immunologies. Our product places great emphasis in unique. We is self-reliant, where we manufacture to ensure the quality control unique products is delivered to our consumers and distributors. And our price is stable. You are unable to find the same product in the marketplace. Hence, this is our uniqueness. Safety. The products undergo as many as 2,000 stringent tests and using packaging that does not require any addition of preservative. Hence, it is safe for the infant to the elderly to consume, and even as a pregnant lady. When one person is healthy, a balanced nutrition can help to prevent illness. When a person is ill, adequate nourishment aids in recovery, and this is how safe our product is. Effectiveness. Elite product effectiveness is based on the science of nutritional immunology, which researchers are based on the boosting of the immune system. With this, it has helped numerous people gain back their health. Therefore, we have numerous testimonials. We are proud to share that only Elite has this complete nourishment series where the products are formulated to overhaul the body, strengthen our immune system to achieve the three main functions, which is defense, cleanse, and repair. Rhapsody, it contains more than 10,000 times of phytochemicals. It helps us to defend against the bacterial and viral infection and reduce inflammation and promote fast wound healing. Immunity, it contains the polysaccharide, which helps us to increase the production of the immune cells to destroy the cancer cell and the virus and regulates our immune system and strengthen our heart, liver, lung, and kidney functions. Rositam, it contains a high antioxidant. It destroys the free radicals, slow down our aging, increase the cell repair and renewal, and produce sufficient collagen. Berry B, nourish our macrophages in the blood vessels and strengthen our heart function. Raisin tree, it nourish and strengthen our liver function. Liver has more than 500 functions, which includes detoxify and filter the toxins in blood, increase the alcohol metabolism, balance hormones, and burn fats. Soy green, it is an ideal meal replacement with just 150 calories per packet. It has a plant-based protein, insoluble and soluble fiber, prevent constipation, prevent the absorption of fats and cholesterol, increase the production of beneficial bacteria in our body. Why it is essential to consume complete nourishment series? Our body has 80 trillion cells. Our immune system is closely interrelated with our entire body's 9 systems. Some serious illness may be caused by one or more systems in the body. Hence, we cannot consume products on the promise that when our legs hurt, we treat the legs, or when we have a headache, we treat the head. Our cells survive for a period of 90 to 180 days, meaning to say that they will take at least 3 months to renew and regenerate. Hence, to achieve an optimal health, we should start with the overall nourishing of the entire body by consuming the complete nourishment series for at least 3 months to enable our cell and organs to achieve nourish, protect, detox, and repair. After understanding about our products, let us now understand about the marketing plan. It provides an ease of entry and it is simple and transparent. Why I say so? Because our registration is free. $1 equals to 1 sales volume. The sales volume of our direct downline is called as the DSV. With a monthly PSV of 200 and a DSV of 400, you can enjoy 2 levels of 10% bonus payout. With a DSV of 3,002, you can enjoy up to 7 levels with a total distribution of 50% bonus payout. At first stage, you will need to achieve the premium that is 3,002 DSV. At the second stage, you go on to open 4 franchises to achieve the premium that is a DSV of 3,002 each. It will then bring you a total monthly income of $1,006, which is about 2,000 dollars. At the third stage, you can go on to develop your current 4 franchise and open another 2 more franchises to a total of 6 franchises. To move on to the second stage, that is to achieve a monthly income of $1,006 each. This will bring you to a total of monthly income of $9,920, which is close to about $14,000. At the third stage, you go on to develop your current 4 franchise and open 2 more franchise, a total of 6 franchises. To move on to the second stage, that is to achieve a monthly income of $1,006 of each franchises. That will bring you to a total of monthly income of $9,920, which is close to 14,000 Sing dollars. Do you know the difference between a job and a career? There is one thing you need to take note of from the offside of your working life. Your job is the work that you do for your boss, and you are not indispensable in organization. In the organization, you are serving a specific purpose, which is if you do not perform your task, someone else will. Hence, any work in any job is not your ultimate goal. This is only a method that can lead to your destination, that is your career. This is your plan, your dream, your life. Although in our career, there are many tasks need to be accomplished and you are required to perform them well. But most important, upon completion of each task, you must be able to see the future within it. Even if you are doing something insignificant, think of the possible achievements in the future. You must evaluate and re-evaluate. Gradually, you will discover that this task can bring you a better and a more successful outcome. Therefore, you are not looking for a better job, but you are looking for a better career. After understanding the above, let us explore further whether the elite career is one of the best choices in our life. We believe that through the concept of duplication, we can able to achieve secure income. So what is secure income? Today, if we split the income to 3 status, the first status will be survival. In this status, it includes the employees and profession. There is a common problem, which is they are using its own time and effort to exchange for income. Therefore, it will continue working, we will have income. But if we stop working, we will have no income. Our income is limited within our time and effort. So this is known as survival status quo. Unless we can proceed to growth status quo like the SME. The SME owners are able to increase the income and time by hiring more employees. However, these SMEs face the problem like high cost and capital, and also direct competition from big MNCs. Even if they are profits for 10 years, the SMEs may not able to withstand a huge loss for a year. So how are we able to avoid these problems? It is possible by moving up to secure income status quo. However, only 3% of the population falls under this category. For example, the MNCs. However, we can achieve it by duplicating our time and effort. At the same time, we can avoid problems faced by the SMEs through a career via the duplication mode that is our elite global. Besides, have you ever thought that we normally start working at the age of 25 and we continue working until the age of 65 to retire, which takes about 40 years. However, throughout these 40 years, we are not afford to collapse. If we involve in an accident or facing health issues or we lost our job and at the time we have age, we have children still studying and mortgage, housing loans to pay, what should we do by then? Isn't this a high risk? This is because we have been working alone for 40 years. However, through the concept of duplication, we are able to reduce such risks. So let us understand the concept of duplication now. For example, in the first month, I research, explore, and eventually accept elite business. I become the first franchise. In the second month, I share this business with one friend who accept and join me. I will have 2 franchises. In the third month, each of us find another friend to join us. We will have then 4 franchise. Then on the fourth month, we will have 8. Fifth month, we will have 16. Sixth month, we have 32. Seventh month, we have 64. 8 months, we will have 128. 9 months, we will have 256. And by the 10th month, we will have 512 franchise in our business. As we continue, on the 11th month, we will have 1,024 franchise. 12 months, we'll have 2,048. 13th month, we'll have 4,096. And by the 20th month, we will have 520,000 franchises in our business. As we continue to duplicate, we will have 1 million franchise in the 21st month, 2 million in the 22nd month, 12 million in the 24th month, and by the 30th month, which is 2.5 years later, we'll have a total of 536 million franchise. Not to worry, we are not here to play a number game with you, but is to explain the essence of the duplication does not lie in the beginning of 1, 2, 4, 8. Rather than we are looking at the end result of achieving 536 millions of franchise. I now push this figure to 2,048 franchise, which many of our leaders had achieved it and is still expanding. So, do we want to 40 years working alone or to have 2,048 people working with us? I'm sure we want 2,048 people working with us. Through duplication, it is achievable. Duplication creates secure income. Duplication is able to duplicate time, people, and income. For example, if your network has 2,000 people and everyone's consumption is USD $200, we will have a sales volume of 400,000 USD. Multiplied by the bonus payout of 10%, we were able to have 40,000 USD income. Out of these 2,000 people, if we have 100 people who would like to join us for this business, and every person use 4 hours of their time to venture into this business daily, our network will have a total productions of 400 hours, which duplicates on time. Through duplication, we are able to duplicate our network, sales volume, income, and time. At the same time, resolve the risk of working alone for 40 years, achieving secure income. After sharing with you the above, in order for a business to be successful, it is important to have 5 essential elements in place, such as company, products, marketing plan, market, and education. Elite Global has more than 30 years of experience in R&D. It has unique, safe, and effective product, a fair bonus distribution, and extensive global market share. Besides choosing the right company, it is also important to choose a successful network. EVG Network is a successful network with more than 30 years of experience. It helps the teams to duplicate, expand network and sales, and develops a sustainable business. EVG Network has produced many successful leaders over the years because we greatly emphasize on one-to-one training, and EVG training provide training courses such as Achievers Congress and international distributor seminars, and also video conference and webinar to accommodate our business partner around the world. EVG has our own Facebook, Instagram, and Xiaohongshu account that can update us on the latest news. We also have our own EVG website with a great database of product distribution and testimonial, career sharing, and even our career testimonial. We also have our EVG YouTube and Youku. In EVG Super Gateway, there are many product testimonial and career testimonial. In EVG Learning World, we can bring our business partner to this platform to learn and excel together too. The collaboration of Elite Global and EVG Network will help you to develop a global business to achieve health, wealth, and time at the same time. Catch this business opportunity. Your business is not a dream, and EVG welcomes your participation. With this, I end my sharing. I wish you a great success and may your dreams come true. Thank you.
Thank you, Peggy, for the inspiring session. From her sharing, we now understand that this is not just a business. It is a shift from the risk of a single income 40-year job model into a multi-leverage income approach powered by duplication, scalability, and digital systems. This concept protects us from the risk of doing everything alone. But success in any leverage business also requires clarity in 5 key fundamentals. Number 1, strong company foundation. Number 2, scientifically supported products. Number 3, wide market demand, people-friendly and low entry barriers. And finally, easy to learn education system. Only when these 5 elements align is a business truly worth building. And through Peggy's sharing, we have seen that alignment clearly. Now, on the topic of products, nutritional immunology-based products have over 30 years of proven history, benefiting countless individuals in their health journey. And now we are honored to invite one of our members to share her personal testimony. Let us now welcome Ms. Doreen Lee.
Hello everyone, my name is Daryl. This year, I am 11 years old. Before that, I easily fall sick. For instance, flu, cough, sore throat, nosebleed, fever, and even ear pain. Whenever I fall sick, my parents will be very worried. They would bring me to so many clinics, hospitals, and sometimes even specialists to get me treated. Early this year, my ear pain continuously in pain and even affect my hearing. After visit an ENT specialist, doctor informed my parents I have tonsillitis problem. The doctor advised to get rid of it through surgery and at the same time build up my immune system. My parents do not like the idea of surgery. After my mother found out of elite products can help to improve my immune system, she decided to let me have it. So I consumed Fiber Talk, Berry Beet, Raisin Tree, Rhapsody, Immunity, and Goji Garden. Now I don't usually get sick and ear pain so easily. I am thankful to Dr. Chen for creating nutritional immunology and let me recover. Thank you.
Thank you, Doreen, for that heartfelt sharing and congratulations on reclaiming her health. Just to clarify for everyone, these products focus on supporting the immune system. They are not medicine and do not claim any clinical or medical treatment effects. We strongly believe that pure, balanced, and proper nutrition is the true foundation of long-term health. Beyond health, elite business supported by the EVG education system has also helped many individuals reclaim their lives, confidence, and financial direction. And today, we are truly honored to hear from someone who has achieved exceptional breakthrough, not just in business, but in mindset, self-growth, and life transformation. Let us welcome our success speaker, Mr. Ng Kok Hua.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you to EVG Network and thank you to my upline. I'm a native-born Singaporean. I'm Guo Hua. I was cared for by my maternal grandmother from birth. My parents were busy with work and was also taking care of my older sister, and they were worried that they could not take good care of me, so they entrusted me to my grandmother. When I was 5, I started kindergarten. Seeing other children being brought to and from school by their parents, question marks started popping up in my little mind. I often thought, why am I always with my grandmother and not my mom and dad? That desire for parental companionship became entrenched in my subconscious. By the time I was old enough to understand, I resolved to be a father who would never be absent from his children's lives. That childhood pledge, made when I was just a small child, later influenced several major decisions in my career. At the age of 7, to make it easier for me to attend primary school, I was brought back to my parents' home to live with them. Perhaps because I was always with my grandmother in my younger years and didn't have many playmates, I developed an interest in reading, which resulted in excellent academic performances. I eventually graduated from the National University of Singapore and later completed a master's degree on education in Australia. With such good qualifications, I chose a stable job and became a teacher. I was a very hardworking teacher. Within just 5 years, I was promoted to head of the mathematics department. I was very proud of this achievement, believing it was the definition of success. But behind this glamour was a sacrifice of time. I started working overtime every day, and the time I spent with my family grew shorter and shorter. I want to share an unforgettable incident with everyone. One day, a parent made an appointment to see me at the school. She was very anxious because her child's grades had plummeted. The first thing she said to me was, "Teacher, where do you think I should send my child to for tuition?" I didn't answer her questions directly. I just told her, "Don't rush to find a tuition center. There must be a deeper reason behind the child's poor performance." Upon hearing that, she paused, looking stunned. Then she slowly opened up. "Teacher, to be honest, I've been traveling overseas frequently for work over the past year and have not really had the time to talk to my child. I'm completely unaware of his current situation." Hearing this, I felt very sad for her. I encouraged her. The most important thing right now is not tuition, but for you to set aside quality time to spend with him, talk to him more, and understand him better. After the meeting, as I watched the parent leave, my own daughter came to mind suddenly. I realized I had not spoken to her or spent time with her for a long time. That night, I rushed home, wanting to hug and kiss her. But she was already asleep when I arrived. At that moment, watching her, I felt a deep ache inside me. I finally understood. The advice I gave the parent was the greatest lesson for myself. The next day, sitting at my desk, everything looked so different. I saw a painful irony. I was pouring all my effort into helping countless students grow, and yet I was neglecting my own daughter. Continuing to work overtime without time to accompany her was not the life I wanted. But as luck would have it, at an international school in Shanghai, they were recruiting for the post of vice principal. I applied for it and I accepted the position because I saw a better balance, a higher salary and longer holidays, which meant more time with my family. Of course, I readily would accept the post. Life in Shanghai was really comfortable. We lived in a very big house, and every holiday I took my wife and daughter traveling. I finally achieved what I desired, a perfect balance of time and money. In the 5th year in Shanghai, our second child was born. This was a very happy event, but we struggled with finding a reliable nanny for a long time. On several occasions, we saw the nanny forcefully petting our baby boy, causing him to cough and spit out milk. Although we tried communicating with the nanny, she insisted she was experienced in childcare and wouldn't budge. My wife and I tried various solutions, including switching nannies, but the situation remained the same. We even considered having my wife take the children back to Singapore while I stayed in Shanghai to continue working. I remember my childhood pledge. I must be there for my children, so I dismissed the idea. With great reluctance, we decided to give up our life in Shanghai. It was a very difficult decision because that job gave us the balance of time and money. I still remember the day I submitted my resignation letter. My shocked boss asked me, "Are you sure? You'll be giving up a 5-figure salary and have to start all over in Singapore." He added a few more words. "When you return to Singapore, you have to find a new job. Education jobs in Singapore typically demand very long hours. Are you really willing to give up this quality life in Shanghai? Didn't you have a pledge to be an ever-present father in your child's life?" My boss actually remembered the reason I told him 5 years ago for choosing to work in Shanghai. I suddenly lost my conviction and even stood stunned in his office. Of course, I was anxious, but in the end, I simply replied, "The baby is the most important." Those 5 short words ended my life in Shanghai. My vice principal position instantly vanished. My income immediately dropped to 0. My past efforts suddenly felt meaningless, and I was plunged into a huge emptiness. On the flight back to Singapore, I suddenly realized if I wanted to dedicate enough time to my family while also enjoying financial freedom, I had to control my income and time. I absolutely could not let a boss control these two key factors anymore. In other words, I couldn't be an employee for the rest of my life. Because I have met a few factory suppliers in Shanghai, as soon as I returned to Singapore, I immediately opened an online store and became an e-commerce owner. I thought this would give me freedom of time and money, but to my surprise, the better my business, the more exhausted I became. More orders meant I needed more time for packing and shipping. I later realized I was simply exchanging my own time and effort for income. Being an e-commerce owner, I was just paying myself to work for myself. Later, I switched to drop shipping. But I discovered that manufacturers were putting flyers in the packages, directly stealing my customers. Seeing no hope in this opportunity, I transformed again. I tried partnering with a major US company, spending thousands of dollars monthly on advertising just to maintain orders. The advertising costs just kept rising and the profits kept shrinking. I finally realized I was exchanging money for orders, time, money, and freedom. I didn't control any of them. E-commerce was not the answer, so I ended the partnership and continued searching for the real way out. It was then that I met my upline after purchasing a book. Shortly after getting acquainted, she shared the elite business with me. She said this business could help me achieve my ideal lifestyle. Honestly, at that time, I was very skeptical about the elite business. But then I had an enlightening experience and this changed my perspective. One time, my child had severe diarrhea. And because it was the weekend, few clinics were open, I took him to the emergency ward of a major hospital in Singapore. We waited for 6 hours in a very cold air-conditioned room. I was so worried and impatient at that time. And that precise moment, I remember the realization I had on the plane. To control my income and time, I absolutely could not rely on a salary from a job. I also recalled what my upline had shared. Elite could give me freedom of time, money, and health. The long wait in the emergency ward made me realize even more how much I truly yearn for these three freedoms. I also saw the anxious faces of the parents waiting in the emergency ward. I suddenly realized that the market for nutritional immunology is immensely huge. Every parent in the world wants their children to be healthy. And every parent wishes they didn't have to work for a lifetime. They want financial freedom, control over their time, and more opportunities to accompany and care for their children. Indeed, many people need this elite business opportunity. I realized this was the opportunity that I've been searching for. I understood that only after establishing a secure income could I rely on myself and not a boss to fulfill my childhood pledge. With financial freedom, wouldn't I be able to be an ever-present father, free of worry and stress? Furthermore, I considered that the elite business requires no capital. I wouldn't need to constantly source for new products for an online store, nor would I need to constantly spend money on advertisement to maintain sales. Once my son recovered, I immediately contacted my upline to discuss with her how to start this business. And during that time, two other incidents profoundly inspired me as well. The first was about a very excellent senior educator. After retiring, she wanted to enjoy traveling. But just in the second year of her retirement, she developed a rare neurological disease, causing a rapid decline in her mobility and cognitive abilities. She had worked diligently for 40 years, but illness confined her to a home during her retirement years. That broke my heart. The second incident was about a very outstanding former colleague. He suddenly developed cancer and took sick leave for treatment. When his paid sick leave ran out, he immediately had to apply for unpaid leave to continue his treatment. A few months later, when I saw him again in the office, he was skin and bones, almost unrecognizable. He said he was there to clear his desk because someone had already replaced his position. He passed away on New Year's Eve the following year. These two events strengthened my resolve to make serious preventive investments in my own and my family's health. Therefore, I brought nutritional immunology into my family's life. Our entire family started using elite products. This was my painful realization that no matter how hard we work or how talented we are, health is everything. Once health is gone, our work income returns to zero and we can quickly be replaced. This affirmed my belief that prevention is always better than cure and we must take control of our health and income. This also reinforced my motivation to start the Elite business. After learning how to start the business with my upline, I attended the EVG Network weekly business training. There, I saw pharmacists, lawyers, doctors, teachers, and many professionals all achieving their dreams. I started sharing the Elite business with many of my friends, former colleagues, neighbors, and strangers. I witnessed how professional my sharing was because I used the content provided by the EVG team. I also did not have to spend any time designing materials or developing business content. Everything was ready for me to use. EVG Network was truly professional. Today, my business is not only rooted in Singapore, it has expanded to Malaysia, Hong Kong, Thailand, Cambodia, Taiwan, Australia, and Canada. With the guidance of my upline, I achieved the Triple Crown within 2 years of joining the Elite business. Triple Crown gave me the extra confidence to guide my team members to achieve their goals and dreams in this Elite business as well. My wife was initially hesitant about joining me in the Elite business, is now fully invested in this business with me. I believe our business expansion will only get smoother. Now, the extra perks and rewards for this career has to be definitely the Elite exploration trips. On every trip, I received VIP level treatment. Our accommodations are always superbly comfortable. Staying in 5-star hotels, the food and sightseeing are also top-notch. What I appreciate most of these trips is that they are always perfectly planned. My only task when I'm on these trips is to enjoy myself tremendously. Now in Nagano, I had my first skiing lesson and experience. In Dunhuang, I personally witnessed the greatness of human civilization displayed by the Mogao grottos. In September, we traveled to Oman, swimming in the beautiful Bima sinkhole and the Gulf of Oman, admiring the colorful fishes and corals. To be honest, these travel experiences are not about whether we can afford them. The highlights are the joy, interaction, and photo opportunities of traveling with our team and being immersed in the VIP treatment provided by the company. These are the things that I could not achieve on my own personal trips. Another key point is that every single Elite trip is relaxing and brings about great joy as everything is planned for perfectly all the way to the details by the company. I look forward to bringing more of my partners along to enjoy the company's future trips. Now, this business was not without challenges, but challenges are definitely part of the package for success. When I first started Elite, I shared this career in a very unsmiling tone of a senior management, so my approach was quite stern. As a result, my sharing felt somewhat lacking in emotion. Later, I consciously made changes, but this change did not happen overnight, as I have been in a senior management post for over 10 years. I started listening to my recordings and made gradual changes with the help of my upline. Now, my speaking style is much more relaxed. Another challenge was actually time management. When I first started Elite, I was responsible for picking up my youngest child from school, as he was only 2 years old. My wife is a tuition teacher, and so she could not spare the time to pick him up. Because of this, my time for offline operation was very limited, and most of my time had to be scheduled for online operations for Elite. Later, as the customer base grew and the organization started to multiply, both online and offline operations were necessary simultaneously. Household chores also became more demanding, making me almost unbearably busy. After discussing it with my wife, we decided to get a domestic helper. This freed up my time just enough to operate offline. Actually, I find that when I genuinely want something, I can overcome any challenges. The prerequisite is I must have the patience. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I was once a vice principal and an e-commerce owner. I know what it feels like to have a high-ranking position but no time. I also know that the balance of time and money is withdrawn the moment I leave the job because it was granted by the boss. Of course, I also know that being an e-commerce owner might look glamorous, but it is actually very exhausting because you are exchanging your own time and effort for money. To the guests here listening to this, please Speak to your friend who invited you to learn more about this elite business. This business is worth your time investment. It can bring you health, time, and financial freedom, and most importantly, a deep sense of security. This is a business with strong roots and a business with strong foundation. I encourage everyone to give yourself a precious opportunity to learn more about this meaningful business. Believe me, you will gain a lot. Thank you, everyone. I wish everybody all the best.
Huge congratulations once again to Kok Hua for regaining his freedom and success with such courage and vision. His story reminds us, if it's possible for him, it is also possible for all of us. And in 2026, it can be you too. Now, all it takes is one decision to explore deeper and understand more about this business platform, because this will carry out our 2026 turning points. We are now coming to the end of our session. And once again, thank you for joining us today. And I sincerely wish all of you a fruitful year ahead. Thank you.